commencing in 5, 4, 3.
Come on.
2, and
after what we've been through, this thing, it ties us together forever. Wherever this blood leads. I need you to fight one last time. Let's end this, kid. Found you.
Greetings, stranger friends. I told you I'd be back. I told you you'd hear from me. There was no way that I was going to watch a Stranger Things teaser trailer and not hit record and talk to you, all of you, the stranger friends. And I couldn't do it earlier in the day. I definitely watched it right at 10 a.m. I recorded myself watching it right at 10 a.m. And I posted it on the TikTok, which is Geek Mentality Mike, right, well, a little later. It was maybe closer to lunch. I took an early lunch. I forgot exactly what it was. But I definitely posted this right away. And with the caveat that I was going to go through it piece by piece this evening on the podcast. And what better way to highlight the power of an audio podcast by talking about a video that you aren't going to be seeing me talking about while we're talking about it. But here's the thing. You guys have watched it multiple times already. You know it by heart. You can actually hit play on the video and watch it along with me as I hit play and pause it, because there's going to be a lot of playing. There's going to be a lot of pausing. And there's going to be a lot of guessing, which is what I am good at. Doesn't mean I'm not good at guessing correctly, but I'm good at I think I'm okay at guessing, or at least I'm going to guess. That's the fun part of being a fan, that I'm not here to be any expert. I'm not here to tell you the facts, to tell you, oh, this is what this means, or, I read this article about this. Nope. I'm going at this relatively blind. I watched it twice. I think I watched it once when I hit record on my camera, maybe watched it one other time. I sent it directly to my niece right away, and she's like, I just watched it. I'm so excited. And I'm excited as well. And I was like, it's nice to have something in common with my niece to make me feel young, cool, and hip. And also as mature as her, because, yes, I'm decades older than her age-wise, but I'm probably at the level where just a little bit less mature than she is. And it's just nice that we can meet in the middle here to talk about Stranger Things and hopefully soon Back to the Future. She just watched Back to the Future the other day for the first time ever. And right now, as I'm recording this, she is at the Back to the Future musical with my brother. So I'm excited to hear her thoughts. I just went to see it the other day. I think I talked about that on the episode the other night. But the big excitement, of course, is this trailer. And that music you hear, that music is featured in the trailer. I'm listening to this going, that sounds familiar. What is that? So I looked up the lyric. I was like, give me something older, something rock. What is this lyric? And then I found it. I found the exact song. And by now the song's everywhere. So it's not like you haven't, you probably already know that is a song called Child in Time by the band Deep Purple, most probably known for Smoke on the Water. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. That is from a 1970 album. What is it? Deep Purple in Rock, I think is the name of or Deep Purple in Stone. What is it? Deep Purple in Rock. That's the name of the album. 1970. So it's the thing I was looking for at first for a 1986, 1987 song. It's not. They go all the way back to 1970 for this song. And so I was like, is there a significance to the song at all? So I went and read the lyrics, and there's not a lot of lyrics, but they are kind of cool. It starts with sweet child in time. You'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. It's like good versus evil right there. And then I thought, sweet child in time, is this some sort of reference to time travel? Are we going to get something weird there? I don't know about that. I might be reading too much into it. See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, oh, taking toll. I'm going to say that's Vecna. If you've been bad, oh Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been hit, oh, by flying lead. Okay, well, maybe that's also a wartime song. I'm not sure exactly. You better close your eyes. Oh, bow your head. Wait for the ricochet. I want to hear you sing. That's the whole thing. But that first verse, sweet child in time, you'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. That one I was like, oh, that is pretty cool. Plus, just getting to hear Ian Gillan, the singer for Deep Purple, who he's the singer of Deep Purple now. The guy's like 79 years old and he's still doing it. I don't think he's been there the whole time, but he's currently in Deep Purple, or whatever version of Deep Purple still exists. He's in the band, and I was just watching, I don't think he's hitting these notes, but I just watched the video on YouTube of him like singing Smoke on the Water in 2024, and it sounded like Smoke on the Water. I don't know, I thought it was okay. All right, stranger friends, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to the Stranger Things 5 official teaser. The first thing we see, the first face we see is our good friend Harrington. And I have to be honest, I didn't know what the heck was going on here. He's in this something. I thought it was an office. I thought it was a bunker. I didn't know what I was looking at here with this wheel on top. My first thought was, is he trying to connect to electricity? What's going on here? He's looking up at this wheel. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to pause a lot during this. Now, hopefully, you're hearing the audio through the audio version of this episode. And if YouTube allows me, maybe I will post this as a video as well. But we'll see. We will see. And believe me, again, remember, I might get a lot of things wrong. This is my initial thoughts as I'm watching this. Well, I shouldn't say my initial thoughts because I watched it already. This is just what I think I'm seeing. I'm talking about what I think I'm seeing. We'll see. What I do notice right away is that Steve's inside a van with an awesome roof. Now, if you go back and look at that roof, like that roof is beautiful. Look at that thing. It's like red, almost looks like a couch. I mean, that is gorgeous. He is manipulating this antenna inside this van, and he's listening for something. Decibels are going up. I don't know if this is a broadcast system, and he's trying to broadcast out into the world, or if he's trying to get something in, because he's outside this radio station called, what is it? I think I already went, WSQK, 50,000 watts. The power's on. So you think that would allow the signal to get out. So I wonder what he's in the van for. It seems like it's a mobile broadcasting van, like so they can go out for their street teams and go out and we'll meet you at the old pizza parlor. Come on by. Get a free t-shirt. N is for Netflix. That's good enough for me. Oh, well, they're leaving. So maybe the whole thing was that, okay, we're going to, whatever we're doing, we're leaving the radio station now. He leaves with a few kids on bikes. Someone standing in the distance. I want to know who that is. Is that Erica back there? I cannot tell. I believe we're looking at, is that Lucas and Mike? I just don't know. Okay, now we're inside the radio station. I'm guessing. These are all guesses. And I see Robin. I see Nancy. I see 11. I see Will. Here's the thing. This is the teaser, but this doesn't mean this is like the first thing we're going to see. Are they going to be separated again and we have to wait a while to see our friends come together? Because that drives me crazy. But I also, I do love seeing people come together. But none of them look happy. They all look a little, maybe it's they're borderline scared and nervous. There's an old-fashioned projector. Do they still have those things? The overhead where you can put a piece of paper or something on on that glass area, and then it projects on the wall. I thought that was the coolest thing when I was a child around this time. I do see, is that a Deep Purple poster in the background? There you go. Is that, or is that Pink Floyd? Jeez, I'm embarrassed. I think that's a Pink Floyd poster. I thought that I was going to bring it all into Deep Purple, but I believe that's a Pink Floyd poster in the background. I'm just trying to take it all in. I told you this is going to be a while. We're only 19 seconds into 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So I'm going to hit play here. Oh, and we have someone else. Of course, it's Joyce. She's at the command, and we definitely hear Mike. So was he on the bike? And he says, burn commencing. Maybe I'll put on the closed captions. Burn commencing in 5. They're definitely anticipating something. Okay, there was Lucas who I think went out there because there he is. This is like, it seems to me that what we're getting here is a big moment, like they're taking a big attempt at something to fix something, to save something, to try to stop something, to do something. And everybody is nervous. This is the trailer, so that doesn't mean all of this is happening at the same time. We see a bunch of kids, new kids on the block. Not the band, I mean, killer band, but we see these kids. They are in some sort of hangar, it looks like, which tells me that Hawkins isn't doing very well. The fact that these kids are, need to be in some sort of safety camp, like some sort of, I don't know what the hell you'd call it. I'm just calling it a fort, a camp. I don't know. But something bad's happening. And everybody's waiting for it, including Hopper with the most beautiful beard. If you've seen pictures of me, if you're seeing this on video, I don't know if this is going to get on video, but if you've seen me at all, I attempt to have a beard. I would, like, you've heard about like the old blues players. They said, oh, they made a deal with the devil at the crossroads to play the perfect guitar. I'm not sure that I would make a deal with the devil for a beard like Hopper, but I'm not sure that I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is a special talent that my face just does not have. And he's like, come on. So he's definitely waiting for it's like they're waiting for something to happen in order for them to do something. Are they waiting on something? I don't know. But everyone's excited, and Mike's doing this countdown. Oh, there's the classic Will with the goosebumps on his neck. And we're getting up to almost 50 decibels this November. Okay, life is happening. At the same time, Hawkins is like under military surveillance, military security. Is it martial law? No, does martial law mean that? I don't know what martial law means. I feel like I should. I believe that's Mike and Will. And I'm going to say Erica again. I mean, there we see downtown Hawkins with a very strong military presence. Holy sholy. So we've got a gate, a big old gate right in downtown Hawkins. There's a crushed building in the background. This is all the aftermath of what we saw at the end of 4. There is no more of the world not knowing what's going on in Hawkins. There is no more like it's just these group of kids that are there to save the day and everything gets covered up. Like, but again, this is before the time of the internet. So this could all be happening. And maybe it's getting out to the rest of the world, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's being covered up still. But as far as the military is concerned, on a larger scale, they are well aware that it's a little crazy in Hawkins. Oh my goodness, why did I have to pause it on that? So, I mentioned in the last episode that Eddie Munson, in the last episode of Stranger Things Forever, Stranger Things Forever, took me a second, that, Dustin said, all we have to do is, and then we'll clear your name. All we have to do is find Vecna, kill Vecna, and we'll clear your name. And I said, that never happened. And this is a direct result of that. Eddie has a grave. I mean, let's be honest. That's probably an empty grave. It would have to be. Edward Munson, now at peace, 1966 to 1986. So he was probably 19, going on 20. And the guy's a hero. He's a hero who was put in an unfortunate situation where he always runs away. Or in the past, he would always run away, but not that time. And he died a hero. And this is what we see. Burn in hell. And I bet you, I wonder if people are going to yell at Henderson, how dare you? But Dustin, he will say right to their face, they don't know what they're talking about. He is a hero. But definitely there's somebody who doesn't think so. Now, is that spray paint? I hope it's not blood. Ew. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Dustin? Yeah, that's Dustin. He's just got big, beautiful hair now as well, after what we've been through. Oh, this gets me even angrier. Not only is Eddie not getting respect, but Max is still in a coma, and Lucas is still with that awesome flat top, and also still right by her side, never leaving her side. We need 11 to get to her. That's what we need. We need 11 to get into the void and find her. It's 2:12 p.m. at that point, or maybe it's 2:12 a.m. Who knows? Lucas could maybe, he could stay up all night with her if he wants to. But he is standing by her. He is not leaving her side. And we keep seeing these decibels going up. There's something with sound. Maybe there's a specific sound that is resonating. They need the sound to resonate in order to call Vecna or block Vecna. Because at the end, he's like, well, we'll get to the end. But maybe not call him, because why would you want him there? There's a specific frequency or decibel that they're trying to achieve. I just don't know why. Oh, there's the burn. Well, they talked about the burn. Now, I wonder if But the kids aren't doing the burn. This is definitely the government doing this burn. Is this that same gate we saw before? Ah, there's our Joyce and Hopper together. Now we see the backs of four people. Again, you can't really tell. That's definitely Dustin on the left, and I think Nancy on the right. I'm going to say that's Steve and maybe Jonathan. Those are my guesses, but again, I don't know. Just looking at this point, are we looking at the old Hawkins lab? Are we going back to the laboratory? Is that what that is? Zoinks. Look, oh my God, I nailed it. Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, and Dustin. Now, again, you guys probably like already watched this millions of times. I watched it this morning. I'm coming back now and I'm pausing it. I did not pause it at all when I watched it originally, so I'm kind of letting it all flush in. That is a great background. I wonder if that'll be my background. That might very well be the background for this episode. We'll see. Unless I do the Vecna. Ooh, that's another one. That's a more striking image. Maybe I'll end up with that one. Sounds like that. I'm going to guess that, but I love this image right here. And Dustin's wearing the SQK station, 94.5 FM. In Boston, 94.5 FM was jammin'. I don't know if it's still jammin', but I think it's like a hip hop pop station. Hip hop pop dance, like pop music. I'm going to guess that it's a rock station, based on the poster, and B, the fact that Dustin is wearing the shirt. He's got a walkie-talkie, and thank God they all have Nancy there to protect them. They're going back to the lab for something, and this is like when they're summing up, like, I can't believe we have to go back in there. My guess ties us together. There's the original four. I mean, they are grown men at this point, and but they're still the party. Oh, the four of them. Okay, there's a map. That's just a map of their neighborhoods, I'm guessing, of Hawkins. That map, there's a lot of tabs on that thing, so that must be every neighborhood inside Hawkins. Again, guys, they don't have GPSs, they don't have phones. I wonder if Stranger Things would be easier on them, like connecting and finding each other, if they had the internet and they had smartphones today. Thank God they don't, because that adds to the whole, nature of it's a built-in feature of doing a show in this time period, is they don't have that crutch of, hello, use my GPS coordinates to find me. Nope, not here in the 80s. Oh, there's 11 and Mike. They're in love again. And also, Mike cut his hair. Look, I like it better with the short hair. I think he looks much older with the short hair than I'm watching. I'm rewatching 4 now. He's got that long, luscious locks. Again, I would kill for that. Maybe not kill, but I would fight for that. I like to see them, staring into each other's eyes lovingly. Oh, okay. I missed this the first time. Not only are they staring at each other lovingly, but that is 100% a void area that 11 goes into, because she's in a wetsuit body glove. You can't get much more 80s than that for like surfing and wetsuit stuff. But look at that. There, it looks like a makeshift tub with a door put on top to keep it light sealed, a hose going in, so she makes her own deprivation tank. Awesome. I hope she's going in there to get Max. Forever. There's Jonathan. And you can hear Ian Gillian. Oh, so him and Nancy forever. 11 putting up her kerchief, adding her face mask. She's about to go do some shit. Excuse my language. The final chapter. Ah. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Who is that? That is a Demogorgon, but who is making that leap? I'm going to go back a little, and I'm going to try to figure out who's. Was that Max in the Upside Down? Is that Max trying to get out of the Upside Down? I can't tell. I just can't tell, but how exciting. Um, Military bursting through the door, and oh gosh darn it, that's Linda Hamilton. Now, it was Linda Hamilton, and I apologize. I am pausing this like constant. So if you're listening on audio, you are getting very annoyed. But that's okay because you're loving this because we're talking about Stranger Things. Linda Hamilton's probably going to be an adversary, right? She's not trusting the kids. She's not trusting Hopper. She's not trusting 11. I'm just guessing. But we see now we see Hopper again. What a beard! It's like right out of he kept the Thunderbolts beard. I feel like so he's got the beard. 11. They're together, and they are going. Oh, there's that giant wall of upside down goo. So they're in the upside down, right? They traveled to the upside down to I don't know do what. Oh my God, what the hell is that? So is that back at the is that just in the middle of the sky? Just like a hole, a gate opens up in the middle of the sky to the upside down. It definitely hurt Dustin. And by the way, someone beat the crap out of Dustin because he's got two black eyes and black up lips, like fat lips, punched up nose. Somebody got to Henderson. Damn it. Okay, we got a Demodog again. We got a couple of them with, I mean, right there is Max. I see Max with Lucas. Her eyes are closed, so maybe something terrible happens in the hospital and he has to get up and carry Max out. Oh, my goodness gracious. Definitely some screaming. We saw that before of 11 screaming. Military shooting at something, probably not having a very good effect or, not doing much. Oh, they're shooting, whatever they're shooting at. I think it's where 11 and Hopper are. So she screams, they're shooting, they're ducking down. Look at the bullet holes in the background. While, Ian Gillian, Steve's about to drive through this gate. Holy golly. And there we see the picture again of Joyce with the axe that we saw in the original little teaser way back during Stranger Things Day or Netflix Tadum or whatever. And what burst in but a friggin' Demogorgon. Remember when the Demogorgon was the be-all, end-all? In the first season, the Demogorgon was like the villain. And you're like, oh no, he's just like a soldier. He's just like a brainless soldier. Like a wild animal. Oh my goodness, Will passes out. Some sort of connection with Vecna, I'm guessing. Well, we still have over a minute left in this. Or I don't know how long the actual... We have about a minute left, yeah. Nancy with a gun. No one shoots a gun in Stranger Things like Nancy Wheeler. Demogorgon jumping on a truck. Okay, this is what freaks me out. The truck is driving, I think, inside the truck. And I love the sound effect of the music being muted. But it's Mrs. Wheeler and the youngest Wheeler. Is it Holly? I believe it's Holly. I should know these things. But they're in... Is this one of 11's tanks? They're holding their breath underwater, so maybe the thing can't smell them or sense them or something, but that is freaky. What a great visual. There's Robin. Is this the radio tower? Wherever this blood leads. Nancy's very upset. Why is she so upset? Why is Nancy so upset? I'm upset. I'm nervous thinking about why Nancy might be so upset. Like, could it be? I don't know. Yes, I'm upset thinking about Nancy being upset. But I need you to fight one last time. We see Will. I feel like Will and 11 are the key as far as fighting the evil. That fight one last time, he's saying it to 11, but we're seeing Will here too. So I think they're both very important. And then we see the classic. Have you ever seen lighting effects? One side is blue, one side is orange. Once you see that, how that is used in so many visuals with movies, you'll never unsee it. Blue on one side, orange on the other. You'll see it a million times. Here's a good example of it. Everyone's hugging. Is that Henderson and Harrington, the dynamic duo? Okay, here's again. They're in some sort of lab. 11's ready to fight. Hopper's ready to back her up. Let's end this, kid. Okay, here we see the tank again. So again, we're bouncing all over. This isn't all in, all in the same time, but she's definitely in that body glove suit. So she must hug Mike, say, "I love you, baby," and then jumps in the suit, in the tank to go to the void. And I don't know. But I do know that Hopper just took the pins out of 2 hand grenades and throws them over his shoulder. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going fast there. Let's go through this really quickly. So Hopper throws this over his shoulder. We see a new person. We see explosion. We see, I think that's, I was going to say Nancy, but that looks like Will. I think, I can't tell. Definitely in the middle of maybe Vecna's vines. A new kid, Lucas, everyone's scared. Oh, there's Murray. Who is Murray with? So we got new kid number 1. Murray with Robin. No, wait a minute. Is that Robin? I think, yes. I think. I honestly can't tell if that was Robin. Or was that Robin's girlfriend? Like, isn't that kind of like the girl that Robin? I'm not sure. I think that's just Robin. Though there's, okay. There's a car now with an antenna, not Steve's van, but a car with an antenna smashing through fences. Oh, that's Steve's Beamer. It's absolutely more government's running, more guns, more Nancy with a gun. Oh my God. We just went I think we're going through an upside down tunnel. We're turning up the controls. By the way, those controls look very much like Marty McFly's amp. I'm just throwing that out there from Back to the Future. We travel through the eye. Okay, that's definitely like tunnels that we saw all the way back in Stranger Things 2. The decibels keep going up. Erica with a hypodermic needle for some reason. Who the hell is that? Was that 11 learning to friggin' fly? What the? Oh my God. Watch out. Okay, I think this is like something we saw in the first teaser where something was coming out of the ground. There we see it coming out of the ground. Oh, it's a Demogorgon. Erica had a syringe. I wonder what for. Okay, there's Joyce going, oh no. They're all looking, Mike looking, and here it is, the money shot. The wall of the upside down of the gate is tearing, and right behind it is your guest of honor. Found you. Boom. Shooting fire from his hands, and that's it. Stranger Things. And the final season. Holy gaboli. Okay, so I'm going to let you in on a little behind the scenes podcasting secret. So I recorded the beginning of this episode using GarageBand, which is how I record most of my episodes. And I'm recording through GarageBand now. But I went through Zoom to record myself watching the trailer. And I thought I was also recording the trailer and the trailer audio. So in there, I'm talking about, oh, maybe you'll see this on the video. Maybe you're looking back and going, I don't remember seeing a video. Well, if you are still listening to this, that's why you didn't see a video, because none of that audio came through. All that came through was me reacting to it. So I stuck the audio of the trailer in the background and just had that loop, because part of me thought, oh God, do I go back and record it again? And mind you, I tested 3 or 4 times. The last one worked, so I said, perfect. And then I went in, I think I didn't hit save audio or something. I don't know what I missed, but I didn't think it would be as genuine if I went back and recorded all of that again. Plus, it would take too long. And I was like, I just did all my thoughts. Every thought I had. You guys have watched the trailer a lot. You can kind of picture where I was hitting play and stuff. So, let's just say, this is more of a visual theater of the mind, they call it. So you can just listen to me talk about the video and without any of the audio of the video playing, and definitely none of the video playing. So I've warned you guys for years. I'm no expert. I'm just a fan. That's why the website is called what it is. Not the Stranger Danger podcast one, the Fans Not Experts one. You guys know that. So I loved that so much. They could wait they could put 10 years in between each season, and they will still figure out a way to deliver and make it work. And this was nothing short of spectacular. We saw pretty much everyone that we wanted to see. We saw Murray. We saw Robin. We saw Hopper. We saw Joyce. We saw Max. We did see Max out of bed. I don't think she's awake, but we saw Max. We saw Lucas. We saw Dustin. We saw Jonathan. We saw, did I say Steve? We saw Nancy, Will, Mike, 11. Dustin, Will, Mike, 11. Lucas, Max, Robin, Steve, Nancy, Jonathan. There's no Argyle anymore. He's gone. He went back to California, man. He had to get the van back to the pizza place. And we did see Murray. We saw everyone we needed to see. We saw Linda Hamilton. I don't trust her. And we saw a couple other kids that, I don't know their names yet, but soon, you know what's going to happen? It's much like Max, much like Robin, much like Eddie. We're like, who are these new people infringing on our friends? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, they're awesome. I love them. And they're now our friends too. That's what always seems to happen. They cast these kids, they write for these kids, and these kids deliver. And it's always something where it's like, oh, you've always been part of this, even though you haven't. I am so thrilled, so excited. And it's still July. It's still only July. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's, I guess, not even the trailer. That's just the teaser. That felt like a trailer to me. I still want to hear Sweet Child of Mine somewhere in Stranger Things. 1987, give it to me. We had this whole countdown last time with like a clock in the middle of Times Square or something like that, a grandfather clock counting us down, and it was live. This time, not so much. This time it's just, here it is at 10, and there was like they tweeted out yesterday, trailer coming tomorrow. I was like, okay, what time? Thankfully, in the comments, people are like, it's usually 10 a.m. That's when they usually do this. And it makes sense, 10 a.m. on the East Coast of the U.S., 7 a.m. on the West Coast. And, the rest of the world has different times. I don't know exactly what they are, but something called time zones. So at 9:59 a.m., I don't trust Netflix. I don't trust YouTube because you'll put on a new video and it doesn't quite show up on your dashboard yet. So whenever I go to a channel, I click on videos first in a tab because that'll show the most recent brand new video no matter what. And I was there at 9:59, nothing. 10 a.m., nothing. Wait a few seconds, hit refresh. Wait a few seconds, hit refresh. Oh, there it is. Let's go. And the rest is history. And now, I wonder if Child in Time is going to pick up. And again, it's only in the trailer, so I don't know what it did for Separate Ways. Well, Separate Ways was in the TV show too, wasn't it? In the actual series. So I wonder because the Stranger Things effect for music is very real. Just ask Kate Bush. And I wonder if we'll see a pickup for this in the plays on Spotify or YouTube. It'd be funny if it hit the Billboard 100, right? But it's not. It's still very subtle, and you might not even know to look for it. I know it's out there now. People are talking about it, so hopefully people are finding it. I saw I tagged. I put a comment on Facebook. On YouTube saying, this is in the Stranger Things trailer, a teaser. And I saw someone else wrote that underneath. So people are finding it, and hopefully people are finding the song, and people are just finding Deep Purple and more music. Because if anything, it just opens up the world to new music for people who may not have known this band exists, this song exists. I have to be honest, I didn't know this song existed. It sounded familiar, but it's the style, I think, that was familiar more than the song. I know Deep Purple, but I don't know a lot about them. I just know a handful of songs like, I'm gonna be a highway star, we're gonna do. And I know that David Coverdale from Whitesnake was in them for a little while. So I think I've accomplished everything I wanted to with this. I had to get an episode out tonight. I had to talk about it to you guys, the Stranger Friends. So I think the next thing you're going to hear from me is probably another Stranger Things Forever, and then a book club, and then I'm just going to start going back and forth, alternating those, maybe doing more Forevers, because those are the ones that there's a lot more of them to do. But someone on Twitter, which I'm not there that much anymore, so I apologize that I didn't respond sooner, talked about the Dungeons and Dragons comic books. I'm definitely going to be checking those out. There's still another whole series I haven't listened or read. I'm finishing the Ninja Turtles series, which it's so out there, like it's its own thing, but it was fun, and I need to get back to those. I still have the rest of that to finish. And of course, Stranger Things Forever until we get to Thanksgiving. Stranger Things Forever needs to be done by Thanksgiving. The book club, that can go on. That can go on after Stranger Things 5, and probably will, hopefully will. And I know we're getting some sort of book, right? We are going to get another novel, a YA novel, again, which of course we all know stands for You're Awesome if you read this book. I came up with a different joke last time. I don't remember what it is. So that's it. Listen to that. Listen to that guitar in the background. Okay. I'm done. But in the meantime, if you don't hear from me, you can reach out to me anytime. Go to strangerdangerpodcast.com. There's a link to leave a voicemail. I think it's strangerdangerpodcast.com/hotline. You can always leave a message. I'll play it on the show. You know I will. They used to get a lot more. I think these kids grew up and now they're all in high school. And they're like, they used to have voices like this. Hey, Mike, bye. And now should I check in on Mike? See how he's doing? I'm still here. My voice hasn't changed in the good 30 years. Maybe it's getting a little older. But you can do that. You can leave an email. You can email strangerdanger@fansnotexperts.com. You can just leave a review on Spotify. You can do comments on Spotify too. On this episode, if you listen on Spotify, you can leave a comment if you'd like. I do find those, and if I find them, I will mention them. And Apple reviews, those always are very helpful for people to find it, so we can add to the Stranger Friends. Oh my God, I can't believe it's happening this year. We're getting closer. And on social media, you can find me. The best place to find me personally, is Geek Mentality on Blue Sky and Geek Mentality Mike on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram at Geek Mentality. And the show is on Blue Sky too at strangerdangerpodcast.com. I post every episode on there, and I share it on my personal Blue Sky as well. That's the closest thing I'm getting to old Twitter, where I am enjoying it more. The community's smaller, but I have a list of people that I follow. I follow a bunch of people, but then I have a list that narrow down people that I want to see on a daily basis. And that is enjoyable. It's like a smaller club, but sometimes it's cool to be part of something small than to just kind of be lost in something big. And there's already more people following Stranger Danger Podcast over on Blue Sky than ever we're doing it over on Twitter. Yes, I still call it Twitter. And I always will. So that's the best place to find me. And I think that's it. I think I am done. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And I appreciate, sticking by me all these years. That's it. I'm done. I will talk to you soon. But until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing, and stay stranger, my friends. I couldn't think of another thing, so I'm just going to say stay stranger.
Fans not experts.